Shobit,
Thank you
and
so much,
really help.
Dr.
You're saying something?
Dr. Vijita. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I'm really happy to have you with me, and I really appreciate you taking out time and making yourself available from your busy schedule for joining me. And as I shared with you, this is the first podcast interview which I'm taking, and I
Mm.
hope we will both rock it together. And this is really very nice that you had agreed and be a part of this journey with me. And thank you very much. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for inviting me and trusting me to be your first guest. Yeah.
Thank you. You're most welcome. Well, for the audiences, to brief them a bit about what Shobit does and what is his expertise and background. Shobit is a knowledge transformation specialist with 3+ years of experience in the field of education, and has also worked with a lot of MNCs like Taj, Barclays, Byju's, and also Career Launcher, which is very well known in the education industry. Shobit now calls him as the Shobit the Transformer, right? He is
Yeah.
also the founder of Book Readers Club, which is a great community of avid readers. People who have never read a book have started reading the book by being a part of this community. Shobit has taken 500 plus coaching sessions for his students in his career, and also various career aspects like law, management, and the list is unlimited. He is also a freelance trainer in the field of sales and entrepreneurship. Now, Shobit is on a transformation journey to impact 1 lakh people around by becoming independent educationalists through this digital platform and reaching out the masses and helping them transform their lives. So welcome once again, Shobit. Welcome so much and happy to have you.
Thank you, Dr. Vijita. I think what you have told, what you have said is too much about me. I don't think I've done enough, and I'm trying to do the best I can. And thank you so much for this warm welcome. I think that's something when I hear about these things about me, I feel so good, especially from an experienced person like you. Thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you. Well, to begin with, Shobit, my first question to you would be that we would like to know a bit about your background, your how
Okay.
your childhood days have been, and a formal
Mhm.
educations. So
Mhm.
please take us through that journey of
Okay.
yours.
So I was born and brought up in a a very small middle class family, a very humble family. I mother, father, and two elder sisters. And my mother was a teacher, and my father was Rajasthan Roadways engineer. Okay, I'm from Rajasthan, Ajmer, Rajasthan. It's a small town in Rajasthan. So my childhood was very because I was kind of pampered because I was the youngest kid in the family, and the problem begins when I lost my mother when I was 13. My mother had a lung cancer, and at 13 I lost her, and at the age of 15 my father got transferred to a different city. My elder sister got married, and my other elder sister came to Bangalore. So at the age of 15 I was staying alone at my house, and for I think almost a year I stayed alone, and that's where I became kind of an independent. I have to take care of myself, and have to stay alone, and that's where the journey of being independent and alone started. And the lucky part for me from my education days was that my father was very determined to make me educated, and luckily my father said that the best investment in this world is education, because if you invest in property, if you invest in gold, if you invest in real estate, if you invest in stock market, there's always a risk, there's always a chance of losing your money. But if you invest in education, nobody can steal your money. Your education, your degrees are always with you. Nobody can take that away from you. So education is the best investment. So he got me enrolled in the best school of my city, Mayur School Ajmer. That's the biggest school. And then after my 12th, I came to Bangalore all the way. I didn't want it to. I wanted to stay with my father in Jaipur, Rajasthan area because I was like homesick and all. But my father told me no, you should go to the best colleges. So I go. I was a commerce student, and I took I was searching best commerce colleges. So Christ University came in the top 5. So I just applied there and got the education there. So that was all about my personal life in my childhood days, and a lot of other stories I have. But yeah, let's reserve it for some time else. But today, just like that. So education was like from childhood only. I was exposed to education. I was told that education is the only way to succeed in life because if you look at lower middle class families, the aspirations are very low key. They just want children to have a job and secure life. Nobody talks about entrepreneurship. Nobody talks about taking risks and all and education is the only answer for everything. So better marks lao karo or ye kam karo. So that's the only way people grow in smaller towns, and that's what was told to me. So yeah, that was my childhood days basically. Yeah.
I understand. Well,
Mhm.
it has been a good, I would say, wherein your father was always aware and he kept you updated that education
Mhm.
will take you heights, and
Correct.
that is what you have been doing. Really,
Yes.
really great.
Yeah.
So, my next question is linked to the earlier one because
Mhm.
you have grown from a very small town to and moved to Bangalore. How
Mhm.
this transformation of changing the cities have been for
Mhm.
you, and also
Mhm.
your self transformation journey. When did it begin actually after your education?
Okay. So, me coming to a bigger city was always like a comedy show for me because I was like, I didn't even knew like, difference between starters and main course because I'm from a smaller town. वहाँ पे ढाबे और छोटे restaurants होते हैं. वहाँ पे बस सब्जी होती है और रोटी होती है. 7 course meal was a concept which I learned coming to Bangalore, and then I learned about there's a difference between metro and like trains. I didn't know. There's a difference between sauce and ketchup. There's a difference between restroom and toilet. I, so many things I learned, like malls and like all these small. I have like the place that I come from. People don't even talk about bigger things. They are just happy in the way they are. When I came to Bangalore, that was a huge thing, huge development. And I think what really I would say my college really played a good role in my development because I enrolled with Christ University, and Christ as a campus in Bangalore city is very dynamic. It's very culturally enriched because people from different regions of the country or outside the country also come, and like it was very culturally diverse college, I would say.
Okay.
So that was a very good experience for me. And the self transformation, to be very honest, till my college days, till my BBA, till my MBA, I was kind of a like a regular college guy. No, say no to classes, no studies, only focused on dramatics. I was a debater and a dramatist at my school and college days. I was like debates and public speaking was something which has always been my passion. So
Okay.
whether it's a stage, whether it's street plays and all, like if you see these awards, these are all Toastmasters right now.
Wow.
And then Toastmasters is something which I've started recently. In my school and college, if you look at my college days, I have got backs in my academic subjects, but I've got these many certificates only for debates and dramatics.
I mean,
So, so again, so public speaking was something which has always been a passion. So that's something which was there. That was there in my school days also, college days also.
mhm.
Self transformation started very late. In fact, I would say that MBA, doing my MBA was something which was really, that took me a little. Okay, life is really serious. I love the concepts of marketing and business, and people used to study that, but I used to really do live research on OYO rooms. The reason I got my first internship was Taj Mahal Palace, Mumbai, and that became because I was obsessed with the hospitality industry that time. I wanted to get Oyo rooms is something which I really love, and I applied for an internship in Oyo room, and I was like कि Oyo room में internship करनी है, and I applied there, but I didn't got a result. And I one day I got a mail from the HR कि yeah Shobit, we will not be able to take you, and we don't they give internship for MBA students and all that. I got so hurt कि मतलब होता है ना Bollywood style में I went to the terrace and said कि I was very hurt, and now I will get the internship in the best hotel of this country. So,
Wow.
so
Wow.
3-4 months I spent on researching and chasing down employees at Taj, and then I got the internship there finally.
Great.
So my so my MBA days were kind of start the basic self transformation started in my MBA days,
Okay.
and the self transformation journey started in 2018. That was a different journey. That was fun for many different reasons. So yeah, my from journey to small town to a bigger town, it
Mhm.
was just that because I was always independent, and I think I was always a how do I put it? I'm always a very competitive person in a good way. So when I see other people here, they are so good, they are so best. I mean, look at me and look at them. Like when I came from Ajmer, Rajasthan, I was like so unaware of many things. And when I see all these guys who have grown up in Bangalore, who have come from Dubai, I know they were privileged and they were ought to be better than me. But I was like, why they are better than me?
Right.
Why can't I be like them, or why can't I be better than them? What is lacking in me? What is wrong with me? So I always had that kind of spirit. That's and it's kind of a negative also. I should not feel that, but I did. So I always like, yeah, I want to do something which I really, that I had this passion कि चलो यार लोग जाने मुझे हम तो ऐसा कुछ करना है कि I should not be like, if I'm not somebody, I will not be a nobody. That was like that was the plan. So yeah, that was the journey.
That's really inspiring. Very, very inspiring. And each
Yeah.
and every word which you have shared, Shobit, I
Yeah.
am able to relate to it. You know the reasons because we share many things in common.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
How we have grown. The reason because you have a passion that drives you,
Mm-hmm.
and that passion will take you heights. That is what is the learning. Definitely
Mm-hmm.
ups downs comes in everybody's life, but
Mm-hmm.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
passion that you have to take it from internal, and I see it in
Mm-hmm.
you. So you have a long and a great journey. So
Thank you.
so now my next question to you is that what are the challenges that you faced
Mm-hmm.
on this journey when you started, when you begin? Yes, you
Mm-hmm.
shared that the world was open and not many things, but specifically if you have to key down 2 3 major challenges, what those
Mm-hmm.
challenges were on this journey.
I think the first challenge was kind of a realization that we don't realize what is the problem actually, or what is the challenge that is in our life. We are unaware. Unawareness is the biggest challenge. So I think in 2018, when I was in Mumbai working for Byju's,
Okay.
and Byju, people know that Byju's is a very high paying company, and I was a sales representative, and I was getting good salary. In fact, I was getting my salary double of what my father earned when he was retiring.
Mhm.
So so my father was kind of happy, and I was getting so much of salary, and I had zero savings.
Mhm.
And I was financial, and when I left the company because of pressure in October 2018, I was broke. I was like, no money at all,
Mhm.
and I was earning like 70-80K per month in
Mhm. Mhm.
yeah, seriously, with my like fixed 50 was my fixed income, then 20-30 I was earning as a variable pay because
Okay.
sales was good, but again there was no money left because I was spending all that in enjoying the life. So there was unawareness that I'm having a financial issue in my life. I thought कि बहुत पैसा है. When I left the job, and then I understood that I'm broke. So
Mhm.
the first challenge was that no matter how great you want to be, or how it doesn't matter how how good you are at something,
Right.
the basic management of money in life is the
Mhm.
most important thing.
Right.
And in fact the self transformation, as you asked previously, the journey started when I had to, there was an incident that happened in November 2018. I was looking for jobs in Bangalore. I was broke, and it was like, I wanted to buy a second hand Activa to travel, to go to trainings and all that.
Right.
So I did, and I got a second hand Activa for 30,000 rupees. And that 30,000 I didn't have 5,000 also with me. So I was ashamed to ask my father, I was ashamed to ask my friends. I didn't have any money. So what I did is, I called an ex-girlfriend in like who I broke up, and she was a privileged kid from Mumbai, and she was staying with parents, and I called her, here, can I borrow 25,000 from you? And that time I was like shocked. I was like not I don't want to sound like a male chauvinist that my ego was hurt that I was asking a female money, but not that's not the case. But I was feeling ashamed. Yeah, I have done an MBA. I have done like so much of work in my life, and after that I'm asking a girl who I'm not even like related to in any way. I'm asking her to send me some money. What is wrong with me? That's the day I decided that I will never put myself in this kind of situation. And cut to 2 years later, today I'm very financially secure. So I think the first challenge is money management. Any entrepreneur or anyone who's starting a journey, the first challenge is will always be money management. So basic money management should always be there. Second challenge, I feel ki we have a thank God I learned this art in the age of 25, 2 years ago. But still we are consumed. Half of our decisions of life are based on what other people are gonna say about that, or what people will think, what society will think, what my colleagues will think, what my father will think, what my sister will think, what my YouTube subscribers will think. All these thoughts will come to our head. We don't do what our heart says. We only do what other people's mind will say. That's a stupid thing to get into. And I was also like that. First, in 2015, I wanted to start my YouTube channel. I started my YouTube channel in January 2020. Why? Because I was scared what people will say.
Hmm. Hmm.
The most toxic word in the world, the four most toxic words in the world is what will people say, according to me. सबसे बड़ा रोग क्या कहेंगे लोग. The biggest challenge in every entrepreneur or anyone is like what they always think what other people will say.
Right.
Like, किसी को मिठाई की दुकान बोलनी है, अरे लोग मुझे हलवाई बोलेंगे, अरे तुम खोलो तो सही. Like
Right.
so many things are there. So the first challenge is money. Second is people, what people will say. And I think the third challenge, which I think the kind of patterns in the society which we have set for everyone. So I'm turning 27 this year, and already my sister, my relatives, शोभे शादी कब कर रहे हो? And like my employee like job वो सब तो ठीक है. Like for example, let's say book readers club, or you introduce me with so many things, but still someone will say ये सब तो ठीक है, but job क्या करते हो आप? So people think कि a 9 to 6 job is the only thing, that is the only profession. What the title which other company provides you has more matter or more importance than the title you produce yourself.
Right.
So knowledge transformation specialist is something which I have produced for myself. That this is something which I believe. But as a center manager at Career Launcher is something Career Launcher has provided me. But what more value has center manager, because company ne provide kiya hai. So that is again a challenge. The mindset. And yeah, there are so many other challenges, but yeah, let's stick to these. Yeah.
I completely, understand, these are the basic and the major challenges. And these are all embedded from the very childhood. आपको job चाहिए, and I would not say a middle class family, but as a society norm, these are that इस age के बाद शादी हो जानी चाहिए, आपके पास में job होना चाहिए, और उसके बाद में मतलब आपकी dreams जो है वो वहीं पे because of those pressures वो वहीं पे deep dig हो जाते हैं, and it gets inside, isn't it?
Yeah, बिल्कुल.
After having so much of, and you have pushed through all the, you have been pushing hard and moving further and further, and what is that thing that keeps your spirits high, always motivated, or you're keeping your internal self at high platform? What is that drives you?
Dr. Vijeta, in this entire world, any person you ask them 10 questions. Most of them will have answer to all the questions. What is happening? Why are you eating this kind of food? Why are you getting... There is one question in this world which nobody will be able to answer. Very few people will be able to answer. That why you were born on this earth. And that is the question nobody can answer. They will say, yeah, because my parents were like, they gave me birth, so that's why I came. Or like, I always say the why. Why is some question nobody has answered. And luckily, in my case, I have understood my why in my life. Why I'm doing this and what is the reason behind it. And so once you understand your why, you don't need motivation. You don't need a push. You can go ahead with this. So my why was always like, I'll tell you practical whys. First is independence. I don't want to depend on anyone in my life. I don't want to depend financially on anyone. I don't want to depend emotionally on anyone. I don't want to depend physically on anyone. I don't want to be dependent on anyone. Even my company, I don't want to depend. Whatever I'm earning today, if I'm earning 100 rupees, 50% comes from my full-time job, 50% comes from my part-time job. So if my 50% that my company throws me out today, I'll still be secure because I'm earning 50% from other sources. I'm not asking my father for money. I'm not financially. I'm independent. Emotionally, I'm not dependent on any female companion, any male companion. I'm very happy with all these friends that I have in the back of my shelf. They are my friends.
Yeah.
If like people say कि Saturday को यार मैंने my friends show off to me sometime. अरे Saturday को मैं इस लड़की के साथ यहाँ पे गया. And Saturday को I went to this club and I had a dinner with me. I tell them कि Saturday को मैंने महात्मा गांधी महात्मा गांधी चाणक्य इन सब के साथ डिनर किया because I was reading these books and that dinner can teach me more than what you had. That experience nobody can share that with me. So I think what keeps me going is the awareness that I have about my life. And it's the need to have the feeling that I will never be dependent on anyone, that I will create so much of see, the problem people think is you are working for money. No, I'm working because I want money to work for me. That's the idea. I'm not working for money. I want money to work for me. So for example, Book Readers Club. So out of a WhatsApp group, I know people think it's very ridiculous, but out of a WhatsApp group, 80 members are there. 50 members have paid approximately 555 rupees, and 30 of them has paid 1,000 rupees. So approximately I've earned around 60,000 from a WhatsApp group. So what I'm trying to tell you is this is something which I have decided that I will let money work for me. I will not work for money. And that's the awareness I have in my life. And that keeps going. And once you know that what levels you can reach, because I'm 27 right now, there are people who are 27 and they have done so much in their life. So I have not done anything. In fact, I would say, like I'm a baniya. I'm a Shobhit Singhal. So look at all the baniyas in this world. Ritesh Agarwal, Oyo Room's founder, and he's like the owner of the second biggest hotel chain in this world. Bhavish Agarwal, the founder of Ola Cabs. And like so many people are doing so many amazing things at the age of 27. I have not done anything. I've just started. There are so many things left to be done. And that's something which is like, and yeah, I think the major answer to your question is like awareness. I'm aware what I'm supposed to do, and most importantly, I don't want to depend on anyone, because I have been so much of all my problems in my life was because of dependence. Financial dependence, emotional dependence, physical dependence, mental dependence. I want to be independent in my life. That's what. I don't want to depend on anyone. That's the reason I'm working so hard. Yeah.
Great. It's so inspiring. And a lot of learnings. Yes. Very, very nice. And now I also would like to know, now you are a transformation, you're expert, and you are Shobhit the Transformer. So what made you decide that you have to now begin this transformation for others also?
So there are two specific incidents I can share with you. The first incident was, I was looking for a niche as in, like, in my community, there was a talk that, what are you good at? What should you do? So I knew that I have to do something in education program.
Okay.
But what exactly should I call myself? Why am I doing this?
Okay.
So, I stay in Bangalore, and in Bangalore there's an area called BTM Second Stage. My house is there, BTM area. And my office is in Jayanagar. So I love to travel to my office every day, and on my Activa, I have a second-hand car also now, which I have got. Just showing off. So I have an Activa, and from last 2 years, I'm from that Activa, from BTM to Jayanagar I go. And there's one common signal in the area of, I think, Jayadeva circle somewhere. There was a lady beggar. From last 6 months, I was observing her. She had a small kid. On the left hand, she was holding the kid. And every single day, 10:30 around, I used to go on that signal. And जैसे ही मैं signal पर रुकता था with my Activa, she used to come and ask for money from some people. Sir, kuch de do, sir, kuch de do. That was a daily routine for her also, for people who are standing, and for me also observing her. One day I was said ignore her. One day I gave 5 rupees to her and all that. That was the, I don't know one day what happened to me. I was going through that some motivation video or something like that. I don't know. I don't know what was going on in my mind. One day I was there on my Activa. I stopped there, and the lady again came to me, and she came to other vehicles, and she came to my vehicle as well, and that vehicle, and she asked me, "Bhaiya, kuch de do." And she knew me because every day she used to see my face. Every day I used to see my. उसने smile किया and "Bhaiya, kuch de do." I don't know what happened to me. I put my Activa on the side of the road. There was a big, footpath kind of an area. I stopped my Activa there. She got scared. What's going to happen? What is going to do? So she looked at me. She came towards me. I just stopped my Activa. Get down from my Activa. I opened the diggy of my Activa. There was a cloth which I used to clean my Activa. I removed that cloth, closed the diggy, and I handed over that cloth to her. And she was a Kannada lady, I guess, because she is in Bangalore. मैं हिंदी बोलता हूँ, कन्नड़ा नहीं बोलता. So I handed over the cloth to her, and I don't know what happened, why I did that, but still I did that. मैंने उसको बोला, ये cloth पकड़ो, next time कभी किसी से पैसे मत मांगो, आओ गाड़ी के पास, गाड़ी साफ करो. आपके हाथ में बच्चा है, राइट हैंड फ्री है आपका. उसको दिखाया मैंने ऐसा शो करके कि कपड़ा लो, गाड़ी साफ करो, फिर मांगो, फिर देखना आपको पैसे मिलेंगे या नहीं मिलेंगे. So I don't know why I did that, but yeah, then she did, and then she started doing that. I observed कि उसने गई गाड़ी के पास. Earlier she used to do कि like पैसा दे दो. Now directly, and nobody will say no to that. So she went to for a car or a bike. She just started rubbing that cloth and then asking. And people, because of Gandhigiri style, they felt guilty कि यार इसने पोछा लगाया, कैसा भी लगाया, at least गाड़ी साफ किया. She cleaned my vehicle. I should give something to her. So I'm not sure what kind of money she was earning before, but I'm sure she earned 200, 300 extra because of that cloth which I gave. So I understood one thing about myself here. If I can produce an entrepreneur out of nothing, out of a beggar, I can produce an entrepreneur and transform them to do some valuable with one hand skill. I can transform educated people to earn something on their own. And so that's why I named myself as the transformer. That I want to transform whatever little knowledge you have, whatever little skill you have, I can transform into a money making program. For a beggar, the transformation is use one hand, use a cloth, and turn that one skill into a money making skill. So that's something that was one incident that inspired me. The second incident was in my corporate life. Every employee who's in sales, operation, IT, HR, any field, what we earn and what kind of value we give to the people, the kind of return we get. Like for example, if I'm giving 20 lakhs revenue as to my company, let's say, and out of 20 lakhs, my salary is 50,000, for example, 2.5% of that revenue I'm getting in my salary. Right?
Right.
Ultimately, we should at least deserve. I'm doing all the hard work. I'm calling people. I know about the product more than the company management sometimes.
Right.
And what am I getting? 1% or 2%.
True.
So I thought many people are like that. Employees have more knowledge about the product than the company itself, and that's true.
Yes.
Housewives have more knowledge about money management than the husbands who are working in the corporates.
True.
Right?
Yes.
An electrician has more knowledge about an electrical engineer about the circuit of the house or anything like that.
Correct.
So that's something very important.
Right.
So that's what I understood. The knowledge that you have acquired over the years, 5 years, 10 years in being in the corporate, or as a housewife, or as a electrician, or as a plumber, can you transform that knowledge into an education program? Because that's what I did in my life. Okay. I founded a book readers club just out of the passion of reading books. I have no knowledge. I have not done a course on book reading that I have to teach book reading. That's only pure knowledge. And that knowledge I have converted into a program, a 7-day reading video challenge also I've created. I've created a WhatsApp group. I've created a course where I'm teaching people how to read because I am good at reading. So if I'm good at doing a counseling you mentioned 500 plus counselings I've done. I have done those counselings out of the passion of the career choices that I have created. law, management. I'm doing law also. I've done my MBA also. I have knowledge about that. So what I'm doing is I'm just transforming my knowledge into an education program, into a counseling program, and doing it to people. Can I convert your knowledge into a transformation into a education program as well? So these two incidents really shocked me. That what am I giving to the company? Company is giving me not even 5% of that.
Correct.
And if I can transform a beggar into an entrepreneur,
Right.
why can't I transfer educated people into an entrepreneur? So that's the word. That's why the word transformation came into my life.
Each and every, uh, discussion point is so inspiring, and this is what the youth of today needs, and this
Correct.
is what is required, the right direction and the right approach. These
Mhm.
days, the mindsets are really very different. As you were spending all the money, though you were doing very well, earning good amount, but there was no savings. अगर ये
Yeah.
थोड़ी थोड़ी बातें, each and every individual imbibes it and sees the importance of it. अभी क्या लगता है, youngsters को लगता है कि they are just they have to enjoy this life phase, they have to enjoy, and जब बड़े बात करने जाते हैं तो उनको lecture लगता है. But with good people like you setting up an example at such an early age, and then the connectivity with you and the mindset, when they connect with you, they see you as an example, and this is really inspiring, Shobit. Amazing, amazing, great
Thank you.
going.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so this transformation that transformed you and to help you become establish all your learnings into a digital course. I would like, before we move on to a bigger question, I would like to ask you, during these many years, has there been any of the failures that you have encountered and come across, and what has been the learning?
Yeah, I mean, every day there are small and big failures, but I think the biggest failure I've already discussed one with you, that I asked a ex-girlfriend of mine for money. That was the biggest failure in my life, according to me. Apart from that, I think there is one skill which I failed miserably in my life, and that skill, the best management institutes in this world, like I'm from Christ, and the best institutes are considered as Indian Institute of Management, Harvard University, Yale University, so many institutes. No institute, no influencer, no trainer can teach you in this world. That one skill can fail you miserably or make you success amazingly. That one skill nobody can teach you, and that one skill you have to learn on your own. And that one skill is people management. How to be congenial, how to be authoritative, how to be assertive, how to be understanding, how to be proactive with people. That's the first and last skill as an entrepreneur, as a business person, as a corporate professional, as a human being. The first skill is how to manage people, because everything is about people in this world. Look at everything that you do. What we are doing today, we are two people conversing.
Right.
What is an influencer? An influencer is someone who creates content and communicate to thousands of people.
True.
What is the CEO doing? CEO is talking to all the board of management, heads of the department, and conversing and having a team management people. What is a sales manager doing? What is a salesperson doing? They are conversing with people. Negotiation, everything comes from the word called people. So people management, this is one skill that everyone can understand, everyone cannot understand also.
Very true.
It can make you or break you.
Correct.
Right?
Right.
Everyone is focused about something or the other in this world. But people management is a skill nobody can teach you. So if you ask me about the failure, I failed miserably at people management. Not because I cannot speak well. I can speak well, I can talk, but what to talk, how to talk. For example, yesterday only I had a learning session of Bhagavad Gita.
Yes.
Bhagavad Gita for my BRC club. So in Bhagavad Gita, there are 18 chapters, and Krishna is the most important character in Bhagavad Gita, because he has to speak, and he has to narrate the life lessons to Arjuna.
Right.
But in the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita, out of 18 chapters, there's not a single shlok by Krishna.
Okay.
What is he doing is, first chapter, he's just understanding the pain that Arjuna is going through. And then he starts speaking. So what is he doing? He's connecting with Arjuna first. So that connection, the people, that's the biggest problem with companies also today. They all create, I have seen people create great products and then going to the market, chalo mera product le lo. Are, did you understand what the product, is that person require that product? For example, that is again a people management. You don't know what people want.
Right.
You don't know what people require. So what I have failed is to understand the people requirement. What I have failed is to understand what my company people, because if I look, I was having a problem with one of my, let's say, I'll give you one very good example. As a manager, I have two counselors to take care as my under me in my company. And I had a very bad working relation with them at one point of time, because I was always not having a very good relation with them. The reason being is I was not understanding. I was doing a lot of sales, a lot of work in my company. They were not doing as much as I could do, or as much as I wanted to do. That they were not doing that. So I was bad at people management. That was not their mistake. It was my mistake. Then after reading so many books, when I started reading books, I understood that what is the problem they have. That then I understood the life goals that I have are different, and the life goals that they have is different. Very simple. They have a family to maintain. They are doing this job out of necessity.
Right.
I am doing this job out of passion, that I love conversing with parents, students. That's my education world. It's my passion. So I did not, the basic problem when I was not able to manage my team is because I was not understanding my team.
Right.
What is their needs? What is the capability? So now I was saying why you are not able to convert this client, because conversion is not my teammates. The more core strength. Her core strength is to bring out leads, and conversion is my lead, my point, my strong point. I will do that. So when we started working in harmony, today we are very secure as a team. I have a very good relation with my employee. Why? Because I understood. So I have failed miserably at people management. Today I have mastered this skill. So I know how to engage with people. Saying no also is very important sometimes. Right?
Yes. Yes.
Again, everything comes down to people management. It can fail you, it can succeed you. That's very important. Yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing, And the way you have taken this failure, or, when you realized it, you geared up and learned about it. And now you have been successful. That's really nice.
In fact, people management is also a boss management. I was always in my previous companies, in my current company also, for the first year, I always think, yaar, main itna kaam karta hu, management mujhe appreciate nahi karta. Every employee thinks like that, right?
Correct.
Yeah, I did this, I did so much of hard work and all that. Because we do not, as employees, I'll tell if people are watching this, as employees, we do not think that whatever work we are doing, is it aligned with the goals of the company?
Correct.
So for example, anything that I'm doing, is it contributing directly to the profitability of the company or not? So whatever I was doing, let's say I was doing great service to the parents, but usse company ka fayda kuch nahi ho raha directly. Materialistically, company is not getting any benefit out of it.
True.
That's also the boss management is also, today I have a very good relation with my bosses, my director, my AVP of the company. They're very happy. In fact, I'm doing so many things outside my company and they're also chilled with it. Why? Because they know ki I will be doing the work that I have supposed to do, because I have that kind of relation with them, because I've aligned the work that I'm doing with the goals of the company. I do not do individually. I'm an entrepreneur in my company. I'm an entrepreneur. So basically what I'm saying is, I'm not an entrepreneur in my company, but I'm an entrepreneur.
Right.
I'm working because I own the work that I do in my company and do it thinking just my work, not the company's work. So that's the way. Yeah.
So aligning with the company's goal is also, very, very important.
Very important. Very important.
Very important.
Yeah.
Great. A lot of learnings which are coming to us through you, and really appreciate it. Now let's move on to your book club, book readers club, and understand a bit about it. We know you have derived this book readers club out of your passion of reading. But ye mind mein kaise aaya, because this is a different kind, and I'm also your group member, your WhatsApp group member. The way you have been influencing each and every individual, and everybody is contributing to that group. That's really amazing. So how did this idea came, and how are you nurturing these people in the group or the community that you're building?
So in 2018, I wanted to be rich. I wanted to be successful and all that. And I started researching on all these great entrepreneurs and influencers: Dan Lok, Grant Cardone, Jordan Belfort, Vivek Bindra, Sandeep Maheshwari. And look, anyone, take anyone from the history: Jack Ma, Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, any entrepreneur, any business person, Shah Rukh Khan, any great successful person in this world. What I discovered common among them is many things, but one skill all of them have in common. And what is that skill? They all read books. Book reading is an essential part of their life. Every day they read 45 minutes. Some people read one book per day. Some people read one book per week. So book reading was the ultimate, one of the most essential self-development tool which every successful person on this earth have used. So then I started my book reading journey, and 1 year I don't know why, I cannot explain this in words, but my life completely changed when I started reading books. All my fun, I was broke. I asked for money from many people, as I said before. And today I have my own, like I'm staying in 1 BHK properly, and I have like my own second-hand car. I have all these books. I have like very secure, financially very secured life I have. In fact, my friends are calling me to ask money today. So, so all this come from the money management books that I've read: Rich Dad Poor Dad, 10x Rule, FU Money. All these books that I've read. Then People Management: How to Win Friends and Influence People, and Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. All these books have helped me to overcome the problems that I had in my life. Okay. So I thought, yeah, books have changed my life, and because I was going through that transformation journey myself, so I thought. Then I, various mentors I have: Siddharth Rajshekhar, Dev Gadvi, all these people. They always say that a true entrepreneur or a true business person is not someone who transforms himself or herself. Your true essence of an entrepreneur will come how many lives you have transformed because of your work. It's not your transformation; it's what people's transformation you have done. So at that point of time, I didn't have any evidence of me working, because I have taken many counselings of students, but I have taken on behalf of other people. As a freelancer, as a full-time company employee, I do not own any training. I have taken those training, but producer are those, the companies are those. So I wanted to create something of my own. So then I started a WhatsApp group. Nothing. It was started as a WhatsApp group in January last week. I sent a WhatsApp message to all my contacts that this is Shobhit Singhal. I have read books. Books have changed my life. This is, I would inspire you to read books. I want you all, I think books can change your life. If you want, please join the WhatsApp group. There was no marathons, there was no Google Drive, nothing was there. It was only a WhatsApp group. And because I didn't wanted anyone to join my club, because I always think here, people should always be committed to, if they join me. I want committed people. So I kept a commitment cost of 500 rupees or something. If you want. So I think 5 or 6 people joined. Then I started promoting this group, and I started doing this. And then, once I had this community, then I started building small products for them. Okay. So Google Drive came into picture. The 7-day reading challenge came into picture. Okay. So the products that I've developed for this group came after the group was created. Okay. Because I have created those products according to the needs of the book members. Book members complained that, Shobhit, too many data is coming in the WhatsApp group. Can we create a drive? So I created a drive. Everyone says, Ki, Shobhit, can you take a session? I was taking individual sessions for everyone. You start, identify the problem, select the book and all that. I thought it's better to create a course than to repeat all these things for everyone. Right. So then I created a course, uploaded it so everyone can access it now. Then people started complaining once we have like many 50, 60, 80, 70 members. Shobhit, we are not able to, everyone is not able to read. We are not able to, be in sync. Then June, I started the marathon. Okay, let's read together. So what I'm trying to say is, an entrepreneur is not someone who has created a great product and sell it to people. That's not the idea for entrepreneurship, according to me. Idea is you start something, you take people with you and understand what is people going through, what members and users and your customers are going through. Correct. From their problem, find a solution. Because according to me, every problem is a product.
Wow.
A problem is a product.
Great.
If a problem is there, there is a solution, and solution is in the form of a product. So book reading marathon is a product.
Great.
Google Drive is a product. So
Right.
it is all coming from the problems of the members of the group. I did not created it. Members created it. I was just the medium to create it. Simple.
Right.
So that's what happening in Book Readers Club.
This is amazing. This is amazing. So, do you have plans to scale this up to a next level, or because members are increasing day by day, not many people are getting added to it.
Yeah. So see, I'll give a very honest and practical answer. See, beyond 100, I will not be able to cater individually or contribute to many people. Let's be very honest.
Sure.
So the agenda is to get more people into the knowledge transformation blueprint, the video course that I'm creating.
Right.
And in that video course, I have decided that this one book reading skills video course I will create. What I've created in every resource, I will give in that as a complimentary people who join that video course.
Right.
And Book Readers Club, because this is a small community, like-minded people, and I would recommend all the people of Book Readers Club. I will start doing it initially, one by one. I will post that you please join the video course directly. So from that only I will be doing this. But yeah, so scaling up, we'll see, because I always believe in collaboration also. So in the among the Book Readers Club, there are many members who are very active, who are very initiators who take good initiative. Mithu is there, Jagdish sir is there, Rekha ma'am is there. So many people are there in the Book Readers Club. So maybe I will collaborate with them. I will tell the activities that I'm doing. Why don't you take up an activity like that and drive the club? That's something okay, because I always believe that people fail, systems don't. So so Book Readers Club should not be because of Shobit is there. Book Readers Club should be there because there's a system behind it that Shobit has created. Steve Jobs is not there, but Apple is there.
Right.
So Mahatma Gandhi is not there, but his ideas are there.
Right.
So if I'm there or not, Book Readers Club idea or system should be there. And if that system is perfect and valuable, for example, book reading marathon is a system. It's not something which I'm driving. It should be a system.
Right.
So anyone can drive it. So that's how I planned. So I don't want Book Readers Club to be known by Shobit. It should be known as a system. It should not be a people driven. It should be system driven. So Book Readers Club will be system driven in the coming days.
This is really amazing and very, very inspiring, and I really appreciate and hats off to you that the contributions that you're making to each and every individual in the best possible ways. Now, I would like to request you for your advice, or a piece of advice coming from you for the people who are wanting to start their entrepreneurial journey, or somebody who is very aspiring and not able to find ways. What are your advice to them to pursue their dreams and how to make them happen, or bring them to life?
5 questions are there in this world. Why, what, how, when, where. Where should I start? Where should I set up? Easy to answer. When should I start? Today, tomorrow, last month? Easy to answer. How will I start? Should I start digital? Should I start physical? Again, easy to answer and easy to follow. Okay. And what should be the product that I should sell? What should I do? Again, easy to answer. The most important question that people don't answer or they don't ask themselves is why. Any entrepreneur or any business person or any professional, even a mother, even a unemployed person, even a beggar, the first question any one person should ask before starting any initiative or any work: why am I doing this? Why? My why was very clear. I was financially broke. I had many rejections. I had a lot of problems. I thought I will never put myself in this position again. So my why was clear, and because my why was clear, what, how, when, where is all keep coming. When I started the Book Readers Club, I never asked myself what I will do, where I will do, when I will do. It all just came along as an operational thing. My why was very strong, that I read books, it changed my life. Now I will change people's life and I will have testimonies to show to the world. Today I have 80 members. I'm proudly can say that I have 80 members who paid me, who are my mentees. And today I can confidently say, call any of them and they will say, yes, what we paid to Shobit, we got 10 times of that. So my why was very clear. So other questions keep coming to me, like always came to me. So first is very important, why. So answer that why question to you. Second question, don't be cheap to your success journey. So when I say don't be cheap to your success journey is invest in yourself. Like, invest in yourself as in like don't hesitate to invest in building a website. Be world class. If you have to save money, if you have to like for example, in the last 1 year, I have declined 3 international trips with my friends. We were planning to go to Thailand last year. This January we were planning to go to Sri Lanka. I think in June we were planning to go to Singapore with my friends, and 30,000-40,000 we all save. As working professionals, it's easy to save these days. I have declined all those trips. I have invested those monies in the training programs of, let's say, Dev Gadvi, Siddharth Rajshekhar. I have bought originals of these books. These are not copies. These are not audiobooks which I have downloaded pirated copies. I have spent 65,000 something rupees on these books. The 10x rule, I have spent 1,700 rupees getting the original hard copy because I want to read that.
Right.
So I have not, my success journey, my entrepreneurial journey was not cheap for me. I have invested in myself. I would say that at least from the last 2 years, I have spent 3 lakh plus in my self-education. So if you want people to pay you, pay to people for your development. That's the main thing. And one thought I have, very interesting thought, which I thought, and I'll share this right now.
Yes.
If you are born poor, it's not your mistake.
Yes.
Let's say if you're born poor, if you're born unprivileged, it's not your mistake because that's the fate. If you're living a poor life, if you're living an unprivileged life, may or may not be your mistake. Circumstances can say that. But if you're dying as a poor person, or if you're dying as an unsuccessful, unprivileged person, it is definitely your mistake because you have not done anything in your life for yourself. So I always say that, money is not the, people say ना, बचपन में बोलते थे हमको कि बेटा money पैसा खराब चीज है, मत सोचो पैसे के बारे में, खुद जितना है खुश रहो. Money is not the problem. Lack of money is the problem.
Correct.
The problem, money doesn't give me happiness. Money gives me time and satisfaction, which leads to me having more time, which I can create things for happy things in my life. So today I don't have to worry, अरे मेरे घर का बिल्स कौन देगा, मेरे बिजली का पैसा कौन देगा, अरे मेरा पेट्रोल का पैसा नहीं है. So I don't have worry. So whatever I was thinking about money in terms of money will not buy happiness. Money will buy freedom. That's the first thing we need to understand this. So money management or having more money goals should always be there with you as an entrepreneur. Do not think कि मेरा तो काम दुनिया में सेवा करना है, ये वो. सेवा करिए, लेकिन सेवा तभी कर सकते हैं जब खुद का आपका अच्छी जिंदगी जा रही है आपकी.
Right.
So these are also very important. So money management is very important, and never depend on anyone. If you're depending on people, if you're depending on your parents, if you're depending on your father, even your clients, your sales people, have a do-it-yourself attitude. Like if you ask me, Dr. Vijeta, last year I didn't even know how to make a proper Excel sheets में भी काम करना नहीं आता था. Today I can build my own website. Today I can do Zoom sessions. Any technical thing you tell me, I can do that. Because I've learned all that because I wanted to do that as an entrepreneur.
Right.
So that's something which I would recommend to people who want to become an entrepreneur. Yeah.
That's really nice. And the way you have been managing, you have been interpreting and putting it together. This is really, really, each and everything is there's so much to learn from you, and I'm really happy to have you today with me. Now, what's your plans for the future? Yes, you are starting your digital entrepreneurial journey, but to people to connect with you and to know you more, what are your plans for the future that you have?
Anyone who's dependent on anyone, whether your company, your parents, your spouse, you can be an independent person. You just need to come into my program, and I've created a very automated program. It's a video course known as Knowledge Transformation Blueprint, and on 31st of July I'm going to launch it.
Mhm.
I'm doing a webinar at 9 p.m. I'll be sharing that information in my various social media channels, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. So anyone who wants to know more, please follow me, and there you can know. And I have any skill that you have or any knowledge that you have. Let's say you are a housewife who knows how to cook. You are a
Mhm.
housewife who knows how to take care of a child. You are a plumber, you are an electrician, you are a maid, you are a 10-year-old 10 year plus experienced guy from IT who is like crushing between the work and all that. The future plans is to make all of them independent, to make all of them digitally present in terms of their education program. So
Mhm.
basically, I always say I always say that becoming an educationist is more easy and then becoming a successful person in this world. So every educationist who are there in this world, if you can't do, you teach. That's the first thing I always think. So I want to turn people into their own trainers. I think training industry is something which people do because let's say if you ask any trainer, I'm a motivational speaker. Arey bhai, you're motivating on what?
Right.
Any person you ask, I'm a soft skill trainer. अरे भाई आप मतलब why you are doing it? Show पे easy job है. Ask 10 people in the small city क्या कर रहे हैं आप? बैंक पीओ का जॉब कर रहे हैं. क्यों कर रहे हो? भाई आराम की जिंदगी चाहिए. जॉब नहीं हटती. मतलब सिक्योरिटी है. But the people just want to do a relaxed job. They don't want to work hard. They don't want to do something out of the passion.
Mhm.
So basically the idea of digital entrepreneurs or the Transformers hub, the hub that I'm creating, is like build your business around your passion.
Right.
Like don't have to sacrifice your passion for your business. So let's say you have a passion towards games. Some like, teenagers have passion towards PUBG and all. So you can create a program how to be a gaming expert. I can tell you how to make an education program and sell it because I'm very good at selling education program. I
Mhm.
have done 500 plus counselings.
Right.
I have created a whole WhatsApp group. I have created a 7-day video challenge of book reading skills, and those skills nobody had taught me. I have learned all that on myself. This
Right.
is one. Second, so video course I'm launching, and next 2-3 years I want to spend developing it and all that. Second thing, I'm writing a book. It's called The Best Investment in the World,
Wow.
and it's like investing your time, money, and skills on what are you spending. What is the best investment? Is it real estate? Is it gold? What is the best investment? So that will you might find answers in that book. So hopefully by this year or early next year, this book will be coming out.
Mhm.
And third is yeah, these are the two goals right now.
Okay.
And third is to reach out to more and more people and help them because I think there's so much of potential in this country. I'm telling you because like I have a office assistant,
Mhm.
Tulsi. His name is Tulsi. He
Mhm.
works in my center, career launcher center.
Mhm.
And this guy, he's around 40 years old, and non he is not educated at all. He knows how to fix a bulb. He knows how to fix a tap if it's leaking. He knows how to arrange books, मतलब basic office, मतलब he's proper urban clap in himself. Urban clap, you call services of plumbing, washing, and all that. He's an urban clap in himself.
Okay.
Just because he's not educated, just because he can't speak English, he cannot do well in this country.
Mhm.
And the problem this is we are not empowering these kind of people. They have a lot of skills. He can make a program, and he is a Bengali guy. He speaks Hindi and Bengali. Why can't he make a program and teach Bengali people how to fix a nut, how to fix a because today is COVID-19, everyone is sitting at house. If you have electrician skills, why I want to learn an electrician skill. I don't want to call an electrician. I can take a class and open my own wall. I can fix my own tap.
Right.
And that's so why not if I'm like a cooking channels have started also like in knowledge transformation blueprint you will also get how to what people are looking for in those programs. Let's say I want to create a cooking channel show. There are hundreds of cooking channels on YouTube. What is special with you? So I'm going to teach people how to sell your program. So let's say someone don't sell the product, sell the solution of a problem that your client is facing or customer is facing. So let's say you want to start a cooking channel. Don't say I have a cooking channel. Say
Mhm.
that use South Indian food to clean your system, something like that. So like
Correct.
so there has to be specialty attached to your products. That's what is there.
That's that.
I'm trying to teach these two people here.
Great,
So,
great. Such a wonderful, wonderful, insights and inputs from your side. I really
mm,
appreciate you again, and a lot of vibrant plans you have. And I wish you all the best for all your plans, and may you continue to rise up in the ladder of success by taking your experience, empowering people, transforming their lives. And this is a very, very different industry wherein you are empowering them through the education, and developing their skill set around and reaching to masses. This is really amazing.
thank you, Dr. Vijita. And I think what you have all you have with your partner, with your husband, you have written a book, if I'm not wrong. So
Yes.
that's also what's the name of the book?
Well, it's the secret sauce for happier and
Uh,
successful life.
Wow, wow, wow. I mean, that's great also. I think you are also in this transformation journey, and I
Yes.
think you have taken an initiative. And I think I always believe that where we came from. I'll be very honest. I came from a family where my mother used to pour more water in my dal so that entire family can eat it. Lack of pulse, like very 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 humble family.
Yes.
From where we are coming and where I've reached, I'm very proud of it. I don't know about people, that I feel that okay, I've done something good in my life. Everyone who has done that, because I see a lot of privileged people in this world. I
True.
have seen like people who have grown up in, like I have a lot of students who have grown up in Bangalore, and
Yes.
I always feel कि यार तुम Bangalore जैसे शहर में, मतलब with so much of resources you had in your life. Like I got a smartphone when I came to Bangalore in my first year of college.
Right.
I never had a smartphone. And
Mhm.
today you have Google in your hands and still you are confused in your life. How can you be? You're not using the resources that you have got. So I think what background that I think you are also from a small town like me, I think.
Mhm.
And
Yes.
I think I am very happy that what I'm doing, and I will keep continue doing this. So we should do this. We should continue to do this. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your time, and I really appreciate your inputs. And we would continue to be connected. And
Of course. Yes, sure. Anyone who's like that, please message me Facebook, LinkedIn. I'm very accessible. I'm not exclusive person. You can share my number also. No, I have no problem.
sure.
No, I'm
So,
not like that. Yeah.
anybody in who is watching this
Mhm.
YouTube or the podcast, listening to the podcast, would should reach out to Shobit, who himself is a transformational expert and also inspires people. I have learned so much from Shobit, and today has been a eye opener even for me in many many ways. Shobit, I see it. Hats off to you and salute to you and good wishes to you for a bright future.
Thank you, Dr. Vijeta. Thank you so much for inviting me and having this amazing conversation. I also like learned a lot from you. Thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.